What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Operation Z. So, what I gotta do now, we got about 11 days, 12 days, before we hit the point where our listings start being 30 days old. So, the first listings got posted on the 16th. Roughly 20,000 on the 16th, another 20,000 on the 17th, all the way till the 20th. Where we had roughly, or the 21st, where we had roughly 115,000 items, with 105,000 of them being in stock. So before that point, I have to keep working on my negative filter here. So you can see that there's this column in the left, right? That was the original negative filter. Ever since then, every time an issue comes up, I've been adding the words into this part over here, right? So, sorry, I got to turn the music down a bit. So these are all words that I added because of items that had issues or because of Vero or like copyright infringement, that kind of thing. So I got to make sure that I avoid these in the future, right? Aside from this, I also have a list of ended items. And so that's what I need to retrieve. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to go to File Exchange. And what I need now is a list of all items that I have ended, aka unsold items, okay? All records from February 3rd, ending at February 4th, ending today, starting January 15th. January 15th to February 4th, everything that was unsold, aka ended. Okay, perfect. So soon we're going to get a file that is going to have a big list because unfortunately, like I said, this is a work in progress. While I do have the system down, there's tweaks that I have to make. I have to continuously improve this. My understanding now is that, okay, this big list I have, my 141,000 item list, right? The master list, this is key here. If I do this right, I can reuse this list every month, post listings for 30 days, and restart the whole process over and over and over again. And that's going to teach me a lot, and I should be able to earn money doing that. The thing is, every month, I'm going to learn more about the items that are in this list. I'm going to learn more about the ones in this list that produce problems, and I'm going to learn more about the items in this list that produce sales. And so the idea is that we continuously keep filtering this list, making it smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, but more populated with items that are more likely to sell, right? So what I need to do is learn to compare files, because this is a list of 141,000 items, right? If I check my email, hopefully there's been enough time now, we're going to have a document from eBay. No, we don't have it yet. QQ. Okay, we gotta wait a little bit more. But that document is gonna include a list of, I think, roughly 11,000 items. And so all of those items I have to eliminate from the big list here. The thing is, a lot of the items in the list are eliminated by keywords, right? So okay, I'm being a bit sidetracked here. I apologize. Before I posted all the items, I went through and did a filter to eliminate every occurrence of these words, right? After the items were posted, there were a couple things that I decided to add, right? Like I didn't have rugs, I didn't have pajamas. There were clothes that were selling which had different sizes and variations. So that's where you have these keywords like pajama, outfit, short, shirt, hoodie, sweater, all of that. I since went through my eBay store and mass deleted these keywords. So we should be able to go through the list that we received from eBay, which maybe we have now. No, nothing. QQ someday. I should be able to go through that list and then further eliminate these, and then we'll probably have a list of a couple thousand items, and not even a couple thousand. All we want really is we want the items that I individually deleted, right? Because of some kind of problem or some kind of issue. The Vero items we're going to catch with these keywords, but the individual items that are known problems, sometimes they're good items, like they're items that have good keywords in them. The problem is that there's just a glitch with Walmart for that specific item. So I need to do a pass to get rid of all these items here, but then I also need to have a mechanism so that I can prevent all of the listings that I've ended in this pass from being reposted next month. So I have to figure out how I can find all of the items that I deleted in this list and delete them in this list as well, right? So I'm going to have to do I'm going to have to learn more about how to use this software, because basically what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to have, here we go, perfect. Now I can show you guys the file. I'm going to have two URLs, or I'm going to have the title, and then I'm going to have the other stuff, right? So I need to make sure that we don't have any sensitive information here. So I'm going to get rid of pretty much everything except basically except the title. That's all that we need to keep. So here I'm going to get rid of this stuff. Product ID, quantity. Where's the title? Let's just make everything much smaller for now. Item title. Okay, there it is. So I need to keep column O. Okay? Everything else can be scrapped. Delete. Item title. Okay, so now we should be able to use this. Perfect. Okay. So here we can see all of the items that we had to delete. And let's go through this file a little bit in full screen, just so I can explain to you guys more about what I have to do here. You can see that all of these tied items, these are all Vero items. So I didn't get Vero for every one, but tied is a known, like if you post tied items, then you're going to get Vero notifications for that. So I need to make sure those don't get posted. So I can go to my main list here and search for tied. And there's 19 matches. But it looks like I already got rid of, I already got rid of the occurrence of tied as a brand name, because these are all just these are all separate things just with the word tied in them, right? But what we haven't gotten rid of is rug. Look at that. We have 645 occurrences of rug. Isn't that crazy? And I'm gonna get rid of them now, but really I need to do it more systematically, where I'm writing down what I'm doing so I can keep track of everything. But sorry, I know that this is confusing, and it's important that I articulate this better, not just for you guys, but also for myself, because this is going to be critical to bulk being more profitable. Is this concept here that every month you go through that roll list you had. Because, okay, let me take a step back. In the past, I thought, all right, I know I can make the list, but I can't just keep reusing the list, because the list has to be fresh. Because there's two reasons you want a fresh list. One, you have less out of stocks with a fresh list. If you're using an old list, more of the items in the list have since become out of stock. So you want to make sure that you're not posting a bunch of out of stock items, right? We basically posted 10,000 out of stock items. That cost $500. So that's $500 profit that we don't have, that we can avoid next time, right? And then the second thing is that you want, so Walmart has new items that get posted, right? So one of the advantages of bulk is when you when you do a bulk scan and then you post items, you end up posting items that nobody has posted yet, and so there's less competition. And then you get sales, and then the snipers come in, and then you bring in the kind of competition, right? But so I used to think that it was really important that you always refresh the list, right? But now I'm starting to understand that it's not so much that you have to have a fresh list, because while it is true that you want to have new items, I don't think that accommodates for a majority of my sales. I think that what's important is getting rid of those out of stocks and getting rid of those problematic items, and just continuing to trim this list. Because if we do this right, we will almost certainly earn more money in February than we did in January, because we have a lot of variables here that are in our favor. So one, February is just busier than January, right? Not a whole lot busier, but it is busier. January is one of the slower months, especially, I think the second 2 weeks of January are okay, but in my opinion, the worst time of year is the second 2 weeks of December and the first 2 weeks of January. That's just when I think there's fewer sales than any other point in the year. Okay, sorry, I lost track of myself a little bit. Oh yeah, the time of month is in our favor because it's February, not January. And then also, we will certainly have less out of stocks. We can eliminate 10,000 out of stock items from our list. That alone is going to be $500 of profit, or at least $500 that we don't have to pay for, right? So I want to get rid of all the Veros and everything else as well, so we can just further trim down this list. And we should be able to just keep doing that, right? So what I need to do now is develop some kind of system here, because what we have is a list of titles. All right. First off, I shouldn't be working in Excel. At this point, I'm going to copy everything. How many items do we have? Geez. All right, we have 13,000. We're going to copy everything. Go into Sublime Text, make it full screen, and we're going to make a new list. We're going to go File, New File. Here we go. Now we're going to save this. And this is going to be our ended items, Feb 4th. Okay, we're going to end it at Feb 3rd, okay? So that means that every item on this list was ended before today, basically. And that's just so that when I do this again, I can get the rest of the month, right? Because the listings are going to end on, or we're going to have to start the reposting process on the 15th. So that, or on the 16th, sorry. So that means on the 16th, early in the morning, I have to take everything down. And then, restart the whole process, right? So we have like almost 2 weeks left for that. So I have to make sure that I get all of the items that we end in this period before the 16th as well, because so far I only have the ones before the 4th. And this is going to be most of them, obviously, because this includes all the out of stocks. There's going to be way less for the next 2 weeks because we've already gotten most of them, but that's fine. So what I need to do now is I actually need to apply the negative filter to this list, because it's very easy to apply the filter where I just search for any occurrence of the keyword in the list and eliminate it. Basically, I need to do that to this list and to this list, and then I need to do a comparison. And the comparison is the thing that's going to be hard for me because I don't know how to do it. So if any of you know how I can easily compare these two files and do it, that would be great. But basically what I need to do is I need to, first off, understand the format difference here, right? Because for these Walmart URLs, we have the title here, right? San Marco coffee, decaffeinated, flavored, whole. Okay, so this part, the title, is going to be in this document, and it's going to be this part of the URL, except instead of spaces, there's dashes between everything, right? So we have to figure out a way to use this line to identify exactly where that item is here, and then end it. And we're going to have to do that with probably like 100 items. So I may just do it manually after passing it through this filter, but I haven't finished that yet, so I'm not sure how many I'm going to be able to get rid of here. But just to do this, we're going to start something, okay? So I'm going to get rid of every occurrence in the filter of the word Tide. Whoops. So we're going to go Control Find, Tide, and then get everything. Because we already ended these listings, right? And they are not in this list, so we're fine. Okay, so Tide is done. And so now we're going to do the same thing for baton. So we're going to search for baton here, and there's nothing. Okay, but there will be in the master list, I think, baton. Yeah. So the reason that there's no occurrence of baton in the ended items, even though I did accidentally sell a baton, is because anytime there was a Vero or a policy violation, then I actually changed the title, and I shouldn't do that because it screws me over here. But it's because sometimes if you have a trademarked word in the title, you can get in trouble for that word. So by habit, I delete the whole title, I delete description, I delete all the photos, and then I delete the listing because I just gut all the listings, right? But what that results in is that if we go down this list, we're going to find, eventually, I don't know where, we're going to find items that just say like ZZ or X. I know there's one like near the bottom. Why are there so few of them? That's weird. Okay, like this, okay? The title of this is ZZ. The title was something else that got a violation, so then I gutted the listing and deleted it. And so now I've lost the information that would help me right now. But we already put it in this list when we deleted it earlier, so it's going to be okay. And I know, guys, this is kind of this is a really nitty-gritty episode, so I don't expect you guys to watch it too much. This is really specific to the bulk work that I do. Okay, so what we want to do now is just keep going down this list, and I'm actually not going to use these yet. What I'm going to do is just look here, and we're going to alphabetize the list, right? So we're going to go to view, or actually we're going to go to edit, and then we're going to sort the lines, all right? So now if we scroll down, we should see, okay, we can see some patterns, right? Aleco. These are my ended items. Why did these items get ended? I actually don't know. Was Alico a brand that I got a Vero notification for? I don't think so, because it would be in here, wouldn't it? Yeah, why are there so many ended Alico items here? Oh, I know why. They probably have the word like rug in them or something. Garland, decoration, pack of 10. I don't remember deleting those. Interesting. I don't remember deleting a lot of these items. Oh, 1 second. I just realized something. I made a mistake. Okay, I need to change this. I think that this list is my entire store for December. Oh, that's really relieving. Oh my gosh. That's so relieving. Okay, let me show you guys something. We're going to make a new download request, but I screwed up here. I need to go to ended items. Ended, where are they? Unsold. And we're going to go from January. I screwed the date up here. We want to start this list, let's say on the 17th, and go till today. I deleted my whole previous store on the 16th. So I just pulled that whole list, which explains why there's, like, looking at these items, I'm like, these aren't all problem items. I should remember deleting every one of these because I deleted all of them, right? But then we have things here that are like, I didn't delete these. And that's because we exported the list wrong, which is really great because that means that our ended item list is actually going to be closer to like 3,000 or 4,000, which is going to be way easier to work with. So that being said, we are just going to keep going through here, and I'm going to just work on getting rid of any occurrence of these words, right? Because I haven't gone through to reapply this filter to the master list. I haven't changed the master list since I originally posted it, so I need to update it, right? So there's going to be lots of things with like bedding and comforters. Like, look at that. We have 690 matches for comforter. Ha. Nope. Bedding. And Dymatize. Dymatize got mad at me because they caught some listings that I posted, and then it was still in the posting process. So I was like, yeah, I'm happy to comply. I'll take him down. But then more got posted afterwards, so they were like, what the fuck? Or at least somebody was messaging me. Could be a competitor. I honestly don't know. Bed in a bag. All right. Yeah, it feels good to be trimming these items. This is going to be awesome for us later on. And also this, yeah, this file is going to be way smaller. I have a feeling this is going to be like a couple thousand items, if that. All right, so what are we talking about here? We got, let's make everything small real quick. Yeah, we can delete all of this. No, everything except item title, right? So everything, and then item title. Or actually, no, what I can do is just copy. And then go down here, go into Sublime Text, go into our ended items. Yeah, look at that, only 2,400. That is so much better. So now we have the list. And I'm just going to go into our edit here. We're going to permute lines and shuffle it, or make it, no, sorry, no, we don't want to do that. We want to, there we go. We want to sort the lines. That's what we want. So now it's alphabetized. There we go. Okay, now these are all items that I remember deleting. That's much better. Okay, yeah, because these are all rug, quilt, rug. All right, perfect. So first we're gonna apply the negative filter. We're gonna apply the rest of it, right? So I don't need this. We're going to apply the rest of this filter, so all of these unhighlighted words, we're going to eliminate every occurrence of them in the master list. Then we're going to use this list of items that I ended to make sure that we eliminate all of the individual items that caused us problems so that it doesn't happen again next month. Because there's a lot of situations where like a listing is a variation, right? But I can't avoid it in the title, but I can avoid it by knowing that it's a variation from the posting I did last month, right? So we're going to go through, apply the negative filter here, and then by the end of it, we'll have less items in our list. Not by a whole lot. We'll probably lower it to, what, like 135,000 items? Yeah, it's 140,000 items. We'll probably take like 5,000 out. But all right, guys, I'll see you next time. Just figured I'd show you the work I'm doing. Ciao.